I want to begin by retelling a story that I discuss in my book. And it involves a British general named Charles Napier who during, basically at the height of the British Empire when, the sun was never setting on the British Empire and all that kind of nonsense, he was a conqueror. He conquered part of India known as the Sindh, basically present-day Pakistan. And there was something that he saw there that greatly offended his English gentlemanly sensibilities. And that was a practice known as the sati, which basically involved women being culturally coerced into jumping on the funeral pyres of their husbands. And the message there was unmistakable, that if your husband is dead, you're dead. Your life is no longer worth living. And so he said, look, this is going to end. And this greatly offended the Brahmins, the local Brahmins who ran things. And they said, look, this is our tradition. We've been doing this for a long time, certainly longer than you guys have been here. You cannot stop it. This is our custom. To which the general curtly replied, my nation also has a custom. When men burn women alive, we hang them. Let us all act according to custom. Now, what do you think happened there? Basically, in that part of India, at least while this guy was in charge, that practice petered out a bit. It didn't happen as much. My point in telling the story is that on campus today, a story like this, the bad guy is the general, is not the Brahmins who were forcing the women to kill themselves, but it's the general. Because the mantra we hear from the relativists that have a dominant position within higher education is who's to say? Who are we to say that one culture's practices are better than the other? Who are we to judge? What I'm trying to say here today is that we're human beings. We have the ability to inspect, evaluate, and judge. You shouldn't leash your brain off to some ideology and basically say, I'm a mere human being, I can't judge, I can't tell if one is better than the other. Cultural practices are not merely different. Some are better, some are worse. And I think as human beings we can take an objective look at some of them and determine which ones work and which ones don't, which ones are destructive and harmful and which ones are good.